story on her involvement with pulmonary fibrosis, and as you can see, Erna has pulmonary fibrosis. So she's just going to come up and tell you a little bit about her own particular journey with pulmonary fibrosis.
Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
I'd just like to say thank you to Marion for the invitation, and I'd just like to say I've had a lovely day here in Cork. It's a beautiful city, and it's an honour to be down here and to meet these people. My name is McMillan's, and I'm a trustee of Pulmonary Fibrosis Northern Ireland, and I also are living with pulmonary fibrosis. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my journey. Everybody with pulmonary fibrosis has a different story, even though the ending's the same. So I'd just like to say pulmonary fibrosis is in my family. I lost my mum in 1998. I lost my brother James, who was 52, in 2003. I lost my beautiful sister Eileen on December 2015. I was diagnosed 2016. I then lost my sister Frances November 2021, and I have two further sisters diagnosed, which I'll talk about later. Sorry. My journey, I find with pulmonary fibrosis that it's been hard. I think having seen other family members pass away with this disease, I knew what was ahead of me, and it frightened me. And except for the love and support from my husband and my family, I don't know how I would have coped with the news. My way of saying is, it's like treading water living with this disease. You seem to be okay and you manage it fine, but then you get some bad news, your disease is developing further, and you feel like you're drowning, you're dropping down, and you're fighting to get to the top and trying to survive and trying to be positive. I find that I've learned that I need to treasure the small things, like just walking along the beach, breathing in the sea air, walking in Ballypatrick woods, the streams, the trees, the birds, the sun on your face, the moments that remind you that life is short. So rather than thinking about yesterday or tomorrow, I focus on today and the people who love and help me each day, and that's my husband and my family. Life is so fragile, and you have to live for today. Appreciate your loved ones. Their love and support is priceless, and hope for a cure, and make every breath count. And that's how I manage it. I have a further sister, Laura, who is quite poorly at the moment, and my niece, Janet, is her daughter, and she is looking after her. Janet is the co-author of the book, With Kathleen, and she'd have loved to come down and talk to you today, but unfortunately she can't. But we have a little video of her talking to you, which will be shown later. I'd just like to tell you one story, and then I'm finished. And that is, a member of our support group worked in the school library as a librarian. And a little girl come to her, 9-year-old girl come, knocking on the door, and she says, could you have a book about multiple sclerosis? I believe that's what my mummy has, but nobody in the house will talk to me about it, and I'm really worried, and I'd love to help her. So this lady, this librarian, phoned everywhere to try and find a book to help this little girl. and there was none to be found. She then approached the family and asked them if they would explain to her what is happening. So the moral of the story is children are hungry for knowledge. They want to help their loved ones. They want to be able to do something, and adults just want to protect them and not tell them what's ahead. But they need to know knowledge. They need to help. That is what they want to do. And now that little girl is now a teacher at that school, and the librarian has bought a number of these books and presented them to the school that she used to be the librarian. And furthermore, everyone in her county, she went out every school presenting them to the school for their library. And I just thought that was a lovely story. It explains the importance of the book and how it's going to help not just the children, but the adults as well. So all I can say